I'm Chris Tarimbas with Matt Lautner Cattle TV. We're currently watching the Class 22 of the Crossbred Steer Shows. This has been considered by the crowd as maybe the toughest class of steers we'll see all day long. We're fortunate enough to be standing here with our Crossbred Steer sponsor, Mr. Dan Willoughby, owner and partner in Caldwell Willoughby Sales. Dan, can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Well, currently Todd Caldwell and myself, we started our online cattle service last year, and we look at it as a national business to where we try to bring more exposure to the cattle that we're representing all over the nation, and really have been very fortunate to work with a lot of high quality breeders and consigners to market a lot of good cattle. Throughout the summer, we've followed a lot of the calves that we've sold in several county fairs and national shows that we've been able to go to, and the cattle have been represented very well by also the buyers that we've gotten the cattle to, and the consigners that we've sold the cattle through. The good thing about our business is we bring a national exposure to all the cattle and the consigners that we represent. This business opens up with the internet service that we have a national market to where we can look at a set of cattle in South Dakota and we'll have buyers from Maine to Washington to Texas to Florida, and we've been able to sell cattle in about all the 48 continental states and put them in a lot of good hands, and the cattle have went out and did well for people. The good thing about the group that we're working with, we've got Todd Caldwell and Brett Bowman that help with the sales. They're experienced cattlemen. They can call, the buyers can call and consult with us, and we try to represent the cattle for what they are, because when they get off the truck, we want the buyer to be happy, and we want to tell them exactly what we see in the cattle. And when they unload those at their house, we want them to say, yeah, they really called the calf the way it is, and that's what we're after. Right.
Well, I can speak for myself, being from Virginia. CW Cattle Sales has brought pasture sales from coast to coast into my home, and I've been able to evaluate the cattle myself from Virginia, so I certainly think it's a very, very valuable service. Dane, can you tell us a little bit about what services you offer and what you can do for a producer, and from doing the online sale? Can you handle clerking? Can you handle photography? Can you handle video? Can you just tell us exactly what you can offer a producer who may be looking for an online sale company this fall?
As for what we offer the producers, what we're really after is when we get into marketing these cattle, we have that window that we use a lot of internet advertising, a lot of promotion, email blast, and things of that nature, to where we have those mailing lists and email lists where we can hit a broad spectrum of a lot of buyers all over the country to give those breeders that exposure that they need. Also, and I really want to stress on this, we're concerned about what the buyers get too, because we want them to be happy with the animal that they get. On that consulting standpoint, we're very upfront with what the cattle are, and want to stress that we really represent the cattle for what they are, because our philosophy on this is we want a long-term buyer. We're not wanting a buyer that we just get one time. We want them to come back and say, that they really sent us what they represented, and we want to go back and deal with them again. So that's what we stress a lot on. As far as clerking and collecting money for our consigners, we're very involved with that. We do a follow-up phone call for every buyer that we have in each sale. We want to make sure that buyer understands that we're concerned about them getting their cattle. We're concerned about them knowing how the process for payment is, and to take care of them in every customer relation aspect that we can.
Well, that sounds wonderful. I'd like to go ahead and announce our class exhibitors right now. Our first steer is entry number 184, shown by DJ Martin. Our second steer is entry number 150, shown by Emily Bedwell. Our third steer, entry 379, shown by Tegan Brumball. Our fourth steer, entry number 264, shown by Ben Harmon. Our fifth steer is entry number 411, shown by Ellie Sennett. The next steer coming into view is entry number 218, shown by Celeste Martin, sired by Heatwave. And the steer that completes our class is entry number 254, sired by Heatwave, sold by Jark shown by Morgan Miles. Well, Dan, I guess if we want to utilize your services and look at your sales this fall, how can we get in touch with CW's Cattle Sales to not only buy but also to use your services?
Well, you can go to cwcattlesales.com, and we have all our contact information. Also, Todd, his cell phone number's on there. Brett Bowman's cell phone number's on there, and you can get in touch with them. But if you would like to talk to me direct, you can call me at 317-340-6392. Again, we're interested in. It's a fine line on making the buyer and the seller happy, and that is what our main focus is. And we want a happy customer in terms of our consigners, and also want a happy customer in terms of our buyers. And we're all three of us are livestock people, and that's the thing about it. Todd and myself, we have known each other since we were in high school, and dealt in the livestock business for a long time, and know the importance and the time that's dedicated to this project. And we want to make the project a good experience for the consigner or the buyer, because it does take a lot of time, and as you can see here at the Indiana State Fair, we've got some of the highest quality cattle that we've ever had at any time in our history, and the kids have spent a lot of time, and to keep them focused on this and to keep them involved in the project, we need to put good projects in front of the kids so that they are interested, and a kid knows if they're competitive or not competitive, and if they're not going to be competitive, they're not going to take the interest in it. We want to get competitive cattle to the kids that are exhibiting the cattle.
Well, we'd like to thank Dan Willoughby, owner and partner in Caldwell Willoughby Sales. Caldwell Willoughby Sales is certainly the innovative leader in online sales, and we appreciate their sponsorship of the Crossbred Steer Show at the Indiana State Fair. Currently coming into view are the final four steers that Judge Callis is making his final evaluation on. The steer leading the line, shown by DJ Martin. Second steer, the young man in the blue button down, shown by Tegan Brumball, sired by I Am Legend. Third steer coming into view, shown by Celeste Martin, sired by Heatwave, raised by JT Weber. And the fourth steer coming into view, sired by Heatwave, sold by Jark, and shown by Morgan Miles. This is the class everyone's been waiting for. These are the four steers everyone's been expecting to be awful tough in 2011 Indiana State Fair Steer Show. Once again, we'd like to thank Dan Willoughby of Caldwell Willoughby Sales for sponsoring the Crossbred Steer Show. congratulations to our Class 22 Crossbred Steer winner, DJ Martin.